A century ago, a pioneering sex researcher dared to challenge the notion that respectable women should not experience sexual desire. In the 1920s, women began embracing their sexuality. But accurate information about sex was still scarce. Today, the orgasm gap persists, with women experiencing fewer orgasms than men, highlighting ongoing issues in sexual equality. Catherine Bement Davis, an unlikely advocate, initially policed women's sexuality before becoming a champion for sexual liberation. Davis' groundbreaking 1929 book, Factors in the Sex Life of 2,200 Women, revolutionized the understanding of female sexuality. By surveying everyday women, Davis proved that it was normal for women to have sex for pleasure, not just for procreation or to please men. Davis' early career focused on enforcing sexual morality, but her views evolved as she recognized the dangers of sexual ignorance. During World War I, Davis promoted sex education to combat sexually transmitted infections, realizing that knowledge was key to women's welfare. She criticized the sexual double standard that celebrated men's sexual experiences while condemning women's. Davis's mission became to educate women about sex, challenging the taboo and secrecy surrounding female sexuality. Her large-scale study of normal women was a dramatic departure from previous studies focused on abnormal sexuality. Davis distributed detailed questionnaires to women of good standing, gathering data that redefined female sexuality. The 1920s saw America's first sexual revolution, with new attitudes about sex influencing everyday life. Despite the sexual revolution, many women remained uninformed about sex, leading to shame and secrecy. Davis' study revealed that many women were eager to challenge the conspiracy of silence around female sexuality. Her book included data on birth control, same-sex relationships, and masturbation, practices that were stigmatized and often criminalized. Davis's findings showed that normal women enjoyed sex for its own sake, challenging societal norms. She believed that better information would lead to more satisfying sexual relationships. Davis' work paved the way for future studies validating women's sexual pleasure, including those by Alfred Kinsey. The Kinsey Institute's latest study shows that discussing sexual pleasure still matters, particularly for women. Davis's legacy lives on, reminding us that better information leads to better sex. Like, share, and subscribe Storyverse, and do not forget to hit the bell icon.